So you probably clicked on this video because you want to begin modelling, you want to begin doing photo shoots or fashion runway shoots, and you don't know where to begin. Well, that was me about over a month ago. I only had experience of a few self set up shoots, and then a month and a half ahead I've ended up doing a couple photo shoots, and I have a few more in the works coming up, and I've also done a runway walk as well. This has also given me a lot more networking skills, a lot more people to network with, and it's helping me build my social media presence. This is like my step-by-step guide on how I got into this and how I began. I'm still a beginner, so if you think anything I've said isn't right or you have any other tips, then let me know in the comments. I'd love to know, I'd love to learn. So definitely write down the steps, and as well as steps there'll be tips as well that you can definitely learn from, I hope. So remember to follow my Instagram, I'll put it here. That's where you can see my final photo shoot images that I'm talking about and any videos that I've mentioned. And also my TikTok, I'll put it there. I do a lot of behind the scenes on shoots, well, getting ready for shoots and shoot days and vlogs, so you can see what that involves and what my days involve. And I'll also link my portfolio as well, so you can see. So for very starting out, I would say there are two different ways you can go. So the way that I did, step one, I made my portfolio with any past shoots that I had done and any model style photos. So this for me, I'd done 2 or 3 shoots with my boyfriend. He's not a professional photographer, he might as well be, good. But he took photos of me on his digital camera just for my small business that I do. He took photos and I was able to use them because they're professional and they fit the vibe that I want and fashion photography. Also images that I'd taken if we had gone to London and I liked my outfit and I said to him, take a photo, or you know, photos that I didn't think I could use, I was able to. So I used them because I think anything is good towards helping build your portfolio, and just showing people the style or the route that you want to go down is definitely good, and just anything to show experience. To build my portfolio, I used Wix. I'm actually going to make a separate video showing you how I built it. I mean, I'm not that good with the technical side, but that's why Wix is easy. It's free as well. Again, with all of this, you don't have to be paying loads and loads for things, just it's free. I built it easily. So I'm going to do a separate video showing you what I included and the different sections and stuff. Next, this is probably the most game-changing step, is join Facebook. I joined loads of Facebook groups, so every area that you live in, I guarantee, even if you live in a small town like me, you think what goes on here, you will live in an area or near somewhere that has a modelling group. So just type in where you live, modelling, loads will come up, and just join the groups if it's where you want to model, or some of them are quite vague, it's just around the country, but still join them if you can travel. Just join them. The more you join, the better. Not everyone will be active, not every group will be active, so you won't get accepted just because it's not active, and some of them aren't that good. I've joined ones that haven't been active since 2018. Just join as many as you can and then filter down to the ones that you really like. You'll find that there's ones that you just go back to, and you can leave the other groups that you don't go to. Then the post, I made a post, copied and pasted it into all of these groups, and this post is important. This was introducing myself to the group. So in the post, I said my name, I said that I am a beginner in modelling, I want to build my portfolio, definitely mention that you're building it. Mention the area. If you don't want to put your exact where you live, that's fine, but just put the area that you're willing to travel to. I put that I'm willing. I don't have a car, I don't drive, so I'm willing to travel to like the, you know, big cities I can get the train to, but any really specific random locations I can't really get to. Mention where you want people to contact you. I got a lot of messages on Instagram, people contact you for anything, but just if you don't want people contacting you for something, then don't. Never put your phone number, because these groups, remember, anyone could be on these groups, so be very careful. But yeah, and then link your portfolio. So I just linked it. I said to people, check out my portfolio. Make sure you come across really kind in this message, because you want to just be kind and open and, you know, willing to learn. I found that when I linked my portfolio, Wix actually copied the photo that I had on my first page of my portfolio, pasted it into my post, my Facebook post, so that was there. I think you can delete it, replace it with another image. Either way, just make sure the image just sums you up, or sums what kind of shoots you want to do. It's just, you know, remember, anyone will be seeing it. It's probably best, if you can, to do a collage of yourself, like, you know, utilise the fact that on Facebook you can put different photos. Just put loads of different photos of, you know, your past shoots, past shoot experience. And if you want to do a specific type of shoot, so for example, you want to do just face, or more body and fashion, or bridal, anything like that, make sure you specify it, and make sure you specify what you don't want to do. Like, say you don't want to do, if you don't want to do anything lingerie, etc., just consider what style you're going into and specify that on Facebook, definitely. And this tip is kind of just, even past all this, you know, past the steps, just make sure you check in on these groups every day. Have your notifications on for them, because at any time, any day, anyone can post, oh, is anyone in this area, we need a model, we need someone for this. And never think, oh, I wouldn't be ideal for that, you know, I wouldn't. Just always be like, yeah, like DM the person, just always be active in these groups. Now, still step one, but the opposite way. So if you have absolutely no photos of you to begin with, I'm sure you have something, but if you think, I have no photos, no professional shoot photos, then find a way. Honestly, if you go to uni or college, then utilise that, because there's going to be, I guarantee there's a photography studio at your uni. If not, there's photography students, there's photography teachers. There is someone you can collab with that would happily take photos and happily use some photos in their portfolio. I've walked around my college before and seen posters wanting models. I'll go into this in one of my next videos, but I was picked by a fashion student to do a photo shoot, and in the end it ended up being the one way that I mentioned. So I guarantee there'll be someone. Even if there's not, I did a shoot, again I'll go into it with my portfolio video. I did a shoot where it was just me, the photography teacher helped me set up, it was just me in the studio, and I used a clicker to take the photos. And yeah, I mean, it limited certain poses and, you know, things I could do, but yeah, there's no excuse with that. Sometimes you have to stop making excuses and just find a way to. Or like I said, I had a lot of already, it's just candid, you know, non-professional photos taken on people's phones. I mean, phones nowadays, the quality on iPhones now are incredible. Of my photos that I have, I've gone to London with my boyfriend, I've been like, oh, take a few photos of me. You know, go to some nice buildings, especially, no matter where you live, you'll have somewhere you can go, wear something cool, or just simple, or just anything that's a bit, you know, just wear a nice outfit and just get them to take photos, take loads, just keep moving, candid poses and all that. Or do your own content day to take different outfits, or just go to different places. I mean, one of mine that's on my portfolio, I didn't know whether to put it on, but I did. I'll put it here. I literally was going to my best friend's 21st. I took it out the front of my house. My other mate at the time took the photo, that's it. So just as long as they still look professional, you know, a lot of them look Instagram sort of worthy, just take them and then upload them onto the portfolio. As long as you just state that, you know, these are just casual shoots, I call mine casual shoots, and just state it's done with a phone. Also, again, if you want to use the excuse of, I've got no one to take photos of me, you can buy tripods, you can buy clickers. I mean, I don't even have a tripod, I'm just creative, and I put my phone on, I layer my phone on things. You can get apps that have timers, there's a timer on your phone. Literally, you'll find a way. With these photos though, these candid photos, these, you know, casual shoots as I call them, don't use filters, like obvious filters. If it's like a black and white, that's fine, but don't use obvious like Snapchat filters, because it's not the vibe that you're going for with this. If you absolutely can't get any photos of you to build a small portfolio to put in, then join the groups anyway, and just start networking and make a post. Everything I mentioned, but say you don't have a portfolio yet because you want to build one, and there'll be a lot of photographers that will want to work with you and help on building it. I just like the head start of having a portfolio to begin with, but yeah, everyone's different. Depending on which route you took, doesn't matter. Next third step is you just wait. You just wait. I didn't have to wait long. I sat, did my portfolio, uploaded it. I was getting responses in like 5-10 minutes. Check everywhere as well. On my actual Facebook post that I posted into the group, I was getting replies on there, usually people saying like check your Facebook DMs. On Facebook Messenger I'll check your message requests. On Instagram I was getting follows, again Instagram requests. Through my portfolio, people can contact me through there. It comes through your emails if you set up that on your portfolio, because it's through a website. I've had a few on there and I like that. I like when it makes them seem really professional when they contact me through there. Like I said, I got a lot of responses. I wasn't expecting it, but I did. I got a lot. However, most of these were creepy men. I think only a handful of the men that messaged me seemed legit and normal, you know. And I think I'm going to make a whole video on model safety. You click on their profile and it's just a photo. It's just like a really dodgy 60-year-old man photo. And his photos that he's put, it's just photos of fields, and they DM you, oh, I'd love to take photos of you, and you think, yeah, don't, like, because the thing is, it's like, you don't want to be fussy, but just stay away from that. When it's obviously really dodgy, like, literally stay away. Like I said, I'm going to do a video on model safety, and just, yeah, I'm going to do a video on that. But there's things that I checked with every single DM I got. Firstly, like I briefly mentioned, the content of the message. When it was quite a long message where they introduce themselves, they say where they're based, they say, you know, that kind of gave me more confidence. I thought, they seem more professional. When it's really, really brief, you know, for 2 lines, hi, I'll pay you. Yeah, just no. Again, check their profile straight away. Also, just Google them, literally Google them, check they've got a portfolio, check their Instagram, check all that. And I usually went for photographers that had portfolio, that could link stuff, that could send me stuff. It might be a portfolio. They might be a photographer, but are they the kind of photographer you want? They might be a really good photographer that does really nice photos of fields, but you're not a field, are you? It just doesn't, yeah, no. So step 4, after that, after you've had a few DMs come in, taking the next step to organise the shoot. Organise, I couldn't say that. Organise the shoot. So my first shoot I did, I'll put a few photos. My first shoot was a photographer that followed me off of the Facebook post, and I was the one that actually DM'd her. So if I didn't DM her, I wouldn't have done the shoot with her. That's why you have to put yourself out there. I went on her account, saw her photos. I liked all of her photos, very professional looking. And she said she was based in Birmingham, can easily get there. So I dropped her a message, and I nearly didn't, because I thought, what if she doesn't do, oh, that's what, I mean, you literally get so in your own head, and you think, what if she only does paid? What if I don't get a reply and I get really embarrassed? You can't think all that. I literally was panicking, thinking, what do I put? Because it's the first time I messaged a photographer. I DM'd her and said, I really like your photos. Would you want to collab for a Trade for Pics shoot? Like, by the way, that's what TFP stands for, is Trade for Pics. And she replied really nice and was like, yeah, I'd love to. Second shoot I did, the photographer actually messaged me, and again, she's local. Her and a friend photographer of hers wanted to collab and do photos of me. Again, Trade for Pics, that was all laid out. We got put in a group chat. So sometimes you will get message another photographer, message me on Facebook through the comments. So make sure you've always got notifications on for everything. General steps for once you've started messaging them. So you'll kind of say, oh, where are you based? Where, you know, I like your photos. Usually photographers will be like, oh, have you got any ideas? Or you'll put any ideas you have, you'll say ideas, they might have ideas. Usually I would look at what kind of shoots they did and see any shoots they've already done that I can get inspiration from, and I'd say, oh, I like the vibe of this, and they can say, oh, we can do that in this location. I might put in outfit ideas that I like, or pose ideas, or just the vibe in general, just give them the vibe. and they might be like, oh nice, yeah, I've got ideas for this. Like, just give each other ideas. State if it's trade for pics, if it's paid. I want to do more research into that myself because I've not done a paid shoot yet, but just state the basis and terms of everything, state where it's going to be, make sure you know in advance in case you're like, yeah, I'd love to shoot with you, and it ends up in a place that you're not even in or you can't get to easily. Step 5 is doing my own research. For me, I think you need a bit of preparation, especially when you're new. First thing I'll do, again, this kind of goes hand in hand with chatting to the photographer about ideas. I'll be straight on Pinterest, gathering outfit ideas. If you're lacking in ideas, or you think, oh, I don't know my outfits or whatever, just go onto Pinterest, find outfits that you like. It doesn't have to be crazy, it can be simple, it can be just any vibe. Just find an outfit that you like, that you can recreate. Again, you don't have to be buying a whole new wardrobe for this, just find an outfit and a vibe you can recreate. With the first photographer I mentioned, I went on Pinterest, typed in city shoots or candid city shoot or whatever, and I found a lot of double denim looks that I liked, so I ended up doing this double denim look. Yeah, when I showed her the photos, she liked them. I'll make a board of the outfits that I like. I'll make a board of poses as well. I will write notes on hair and makeup, how I want that to look. I'll always say to them, maybe, because some photographers, one photographer kind of had a look in mind for me to do, so I just did that. But definitely keep notes and practice looks as well. Try outfits on, try them on in different poses and things. And with the location, again, make sure that is literally like set, you know where it is, it's not going to change. And plan the journey. Don't just on the day be like, oh, how do I get here? Like, literally plan the journey. I always, with anywhere I go, with anyone, no matter what, if I don't know where it is, go onto Google Maps, put your directions button, put where you are and where you want to go to, and it just comes up with a route. If you need to walk or get a bus, then walk. Like I said though, don't agree to anything where you literally have no idea where it is. But it literally gives you a mini sat nav so you can get there. And that's really good if you get lost as well. That's just a good tip. With makeup, have a backup plan in case, like, if you do a makeup look and if you do a certain lip shade, it looks horrendous. Don't start stressing like us girls do. Just change it. Just be calm, be like, wow, I've got my backup plan. You know, it sounds really simple, but it's true. You need a backup plan. Same with hair, mainly with hair. For example, I've done this before. I have done dressing gown curls. You know, when you put the dressing gown on, you curl it, heatless curls, whatever they call it. I can't do them for the life of me, but I thought I'll try it. I can do it. It looked horrendous. I don't know why. It looked awful. And I was literally getting ready to go out. So it wasn't for a shoot. I was just getting ready to go out somewhere. And I was like, what am I going to do with my hair? I literally, again, yeah, life hack. If you do something like curls or something and don't go right, I literally just had the front strands down like this, sleeked this part up, had like a big curly bun, and it looked fine. Usually if you've got your hair down, sleeking it back will always be the best backup, honestly. I find it so difficult. I mean, I've got a lot of photos of me. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I love taking photos, I love taking selfies. But the minute I say to someone, oh, take a photo with me, honestly, with my boyfriend, I'm a nightmare, because I'll say, just take loads, and they'll be like, oh, you look really nice, and I'm like, no, take more. And obviously when you're doing a proper photo shoot, you can't be like, oh, let me see after every one, oh, I don't like that, delete that. You can't do that. Firstly, don't be so critical on yourself. Just practice and know what you're, just know your best feet, your best poses. And while you're going, the photographer will help you with that anyway. Face poses I think are more difficult because you have to kind of show, for certain shoots, you might have to just show emotion, or some of them it might just be like a smouldering look, you know. So yeah, that is kind of my step-by-step routine to get to the shoot. I have some final kind of tips for like on the day sort of bonus tips. Into too much detail because I think this is the point where you just need to go for it. You need to experience it. You're gonna learn a lot with the photographer. You're just gonna gain experience, but this is just what I think is useful to have in mind. Make sure you keep in steady contact with the photographer up until the shoot. The day before or a few days before, just say, hi, are we still on for this day? The day of, make sure you've got contact with them. Make sure you know your meeting place, you know where you're meeting them. Definitely make it somewhere public, I'd say. I think for a lot of reasons, just make it somewhere public, easy to spot them. Yeah. Give yourself more time than you need to get ready. You do, on days like this, we know how stressful it is getting ready anyway. On a day like a shoot, for different reasons, you can't be late. It's a job at the end of the day. You're training for a job. It's a job. You can't be late. It's a factor for things that could happen. So just give yourself more time than you actually need. Actually shooting, again, you'll learn as you're shooting, but don't be afraid to give your own directions and to give ideas about where you could shoot or pose ideas. Okay, so that was my step-by-step guide with tips. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know if it was helpful, if it's given you some confidence to get started. Remember, with all of this, if I hadn't have posted on Facebook and, you know, reached out to photographers, I wouldn't have done a lot of this. So it's up to you now. You just have to take that step. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. But I've got a shoot look video coming up that you might find useful. I've got a lot of makeup looks coming up. So yeah, thanks for watching.